For today's lesson, we talked about simplifying fractions. This is a different way than most of us are used to. Normally we multiply them across first and then we simplify after. What we're doing today is actually we're simplifying before we actually multiply. So this is called cross division. First things first, you see we have 1/3 times 15, but that's really written as 15 over 1. Alright, for cross division, we're looking here and here. Okay, so the first one we have 1 and 1. We're trying to figure out what can you divide 1 and 1 by, or if you can divide it by any different number. In this case, 1 and 1 can only be divided by 1, so we don't need to change that. So sometimes you can just leave it there, or sometimes they might just write 1 on the outside. Right. Now your next one is 3 and 15. Can anything go into 3 and 15? In this case, 3 can go into 3 and 15. So we're going to divide 3 by 3. We cross it out because 3 divided by 3 equals 1. So we bring that 1 down. 15 divided by 3, we get such 5. So we write 5 on the outside. So what we did, we just made this a lot simpler to solve. We have 1 times 5, which equals 5. We have 1 times 1, which equals 1. 5 over 1 is the same thing as 5. Alright. If I were to do another example, so let's do, let's say 5 over 24 times, let's do 8 over 15. Alright. Now this time we'll do it without the circles here. So once again we're going across. We're saying 5, can anything go into 5 and 15? In this case 5 can go into 5 and 15. Alright. So we're going to divide 5 by 5, which gives us 1. 15 divided by 5 gives us 3. Then we're going to go to the next side. Can anything go into 8 and 24? Now in this case there's a couple of different ones that can go into 8 and 24. We can do 2, or you can do 4. I'm sorry, 4, or you can actually do 8. So in this case, we want to look for the biggest one. Now, even if you do the smaller one, if you do 2 or if you do 4, you can still do it, but you'll have to do a little bit more simplifying at the end. So actually, let me show you that way. So let's say you didn't know that the knockout here, as I like to call it, was 8. Let's say you divide each one by 4. Well, 8 divided by 4 is 2. 24 divided by 4 is 6. When we multiply that, we get 2 over 18. But as you can see here, we have 2 and 18. We have to figure out, can something go into 2 and 18? In this case, it's 2. So we divide both of these by 2. Which equals 1 over 9. Once again, our knockout could have been 8, so this would have been 1, and this one over here would have been 3. That would have gave you 1 over 9. So this is just a simpler way of doing it. Alright, and let's try one more out for good luck. Let's see, let's do 3/4 times, let's say, let's do 2/9. Alright, so looking here, we have, can anything go into 3 and 9? In this case, both of them can be divided by 3. Cross them out. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Over here, 2 and 4, both of them can be divided by 2. 2 goes into 2 one time. 2 goes into 4 2 times. So now we have 1 times 1, which equals 1. We have 2 times 3, which equals 6. Alright. We're going to actually work on this a little bit more tomorrow too. So if your child isn't quite getting it yet, we're going to go into it more tomorrow. We're going to do a lot more examples tomorrow too. So I hope this helps out, and good luck.